information on your page and stuff like that. So now you're more vocal. What was the turning point?
They went too far. Sean Combs and Sean Carter are working together for the better part of 25 years to find a way to take over full control of the entertainment industry. They have been slumping and sidelining relevant hip-hop communities for decades so that they can have control.
Roc Nation artists are stepping forward to share their experiences with Jay-Z, shedding light on how they were treated during their time with him. Notably, singer Maya, who wasn't even signed to Roc Nation, has stories to tell. Just a week after accusing Jay-Z of collaborating with the people, Maya is now revealing how she believes Jay-Z allegedly sabotaged her career. According to Maya, things took a turn for the worse after she rejected Jay-Z's advances during the song, Best of Me. His reaction, she claims, led to a downward spiral in her career. Maya, unafraid to speak her truth, asserts that Jay-Z played a role in derailing her career. She went into great detail about how it came about.
I want to talk to you about the Best of Me collaboration with Jay-Z. Is there a backstory to that?
You know, my record company at the time, they were doing all of the negotiations. I wasn't a part of that first. You know, so I can't really tell you how it came about, but I know that a couple of entities at the label, whether it be on the advertising, marketing side, or independent label side, because I was also signed to an independent through Interscope, which was University Music Entertainment out of Washington, D.C. So I don't have the full story on how the collaboration even came together. You know, I just know that I was doing remixes back to back, and there was this artist feature and that artist feature, and I was never around in the studio to even work with that person, which is why I mentioned Marmalade was so special, because I was there, you know, working with the artist firsthand.
Were you pleased that they chose Jay-Z?
Yeah, I was thankful for all of the collaborations. You know, they only helped me, not hindered me. You know, so it was always a blessing.
DC's on Maya, baby.
Of a different genre or the same genre, come and bless you with a completely different vibe from whether it be the original record or just adding, you know, different energy to your creation. So it always helps because you pull their fan base and, you know, your fan base is intertwined. And
she then went to talk about how all the speculation surrounding her doesn't really bother her.
It seems like when female singers work with rappers, they try to link them romantically. And years later, another rumor comes up saying that you guys had an affair. Even though you denied it, how does that make you feel for something so old to come back up?
Well, what was old just never existed. So, you know, there was nothing to come back up because it never existed.
Well, the rumors keep surfacing.
Well, I'm in a business that comes with a lot of bullshit. If you sign up to be an entertainer, you have to realize that many things are going to be said about you. Yeah, if you exist as a human being in this world, and especially in this world with social media, you know, you're going to be talked about. If you have any type of platform to have a voice, females, yeah, if you have any type of sensuality, sex appeal, or not, you can still get talked about and linked to people that you have never even met, you know, and it is what it is. It comes with the territory. So it really doesn't bother me.
That's DC's own Maya. That's the homie. You know what I'm saying? Homegirl. Shout out there. Air Nightclub on U Street. I think she's like a part owner of that establishment. You know, all the stars that come to DC, that's the new hot spot. You feel me? You know, so yeah, shout out to Maya. You know, Jay was a cornball back then. You know, that's one of the chicks that he couldn't get his paws on because Maya family was very active. You know what I'm saying, in these streets, and Jay didn't want them problems like that. So when he did get big, as he became, you know, anybody that rejected him, you know what I'm saying, their career got hit for that. You know what I'm saying? Got sidelined. You know, so yeah. So that's the backstory on that. You know, so she didn't and she never did have a relationship with Jay-Z, and that's why she's not as big as she should be because she didn't play them games and she had the backing of some real family that move real heavy and nobody didn't want them problems. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like if women that come in the game that don't have no kind of team like that, they get very much take advantage of. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to her people that held her down, and let these suckers not take advantage of her. And that's what it is. But let's get to the topic. OJ Simpson. OJ Simpson, 76, just died of they I think he said I heard it was prostate cancer. You know, you know, for those that don't know that it's from, you guys are like, the new school. Let's just say the new school that don't know who OJ Simpson is. Uh, he was an NFL football player that became an actor. Um, you know, you the State Farm commercials that you see Patrick McHolmes and all the other athletes doing. That was OJ back in the day with various commercial brands. And one of the main ones was Hertz, Hertz rental company. You know, uh, they made mad commercials with OJ and OJ you know, did various commercials. He was that guy in the 80s. Um, I think he played with Buffalo Bills. He went to USC and you know, but he became worldly known, internationally known because his wife Nicole Brown got murdered with her young 20-year-old lover Ron Goldman, and you know, it was just crazy, that they blamed him for it. I mean, I kind of think that he didn't do it, but he know who did it. Definitely, he know who did it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he did it, but what I realized and noticed that nobody thought to get at the house guest, which was a dude named Cato, which was Nicole Brown's friend. Uh, and I don't know at what point that they just became friends, but they were lovers at some point. And as everything unravels, OJ and his wife and a lot of Hollywood couples, they engage in a lot of swinging engagements. They swap wives, they swap husbands, and you know, uh, they get into the go do you, I'ma do me, and yeah, we married, but we still gonna do what we do. So I think that was like what one of them setups was. But I think what got out of hand was she was disrespecting him by having this dude come into the house, the boyfriend. It's like even when you swinging and I guess you doing your thing or whatever, it still has to be a respect level too. to, it just still have to be a respect level. It have to be boundaries, the do's and the don'ts. And I think she crossed the line and he went off. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they wasn't together. He had her like a condo that he bought for her, paying for where her and the kids was living at. And they might have momentarily broke up. But see, one thing about relationships, people go through stuff and sometimes people get back. So when you broken up, you're not really broken up. You just broken up for a minute. Sometimes it could be everlasting, maybe it could be long term. But one thing about, what I realized is that when you in love with somebody and you claim them as my wife, my girl, my girlfriend, you're always my girlfriend. And women claim men like that too. You're always my man, whether we together or not. So therefore, you know, uh, like I watch the Country Wayne skits a lot, and everybody dating each other on there. And I know it's a skit, it's TV, you know, but I know people is doing this trifling shit, in real time, in real life. They don't respect, hey, you belong to that person. It's too many other women, it's too many other men for people that, especially if you calling somebody a friend. Now, if you never was that person's friend, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't close, we ain't hang out, nothing like that. I guess it's okay. But why women and men can't go get their own man or their own woman? Why you always got to be running behind of somebody leftovers? You know what I'm saying? Because I've been around a lot of situations where women will mess with a guy that was her ex friend, main man, homeboy, just to piss him off. They don't even really like the guy. Okay? I know women play games like that, and so do men. Oh, I'm gonna go mess with her homegirl just to, get under her skin. That's disrespectful. And see, and that's why people get hurt like that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful. So this is what I think happened to Nicole Brown. OJ got tired of her disrespecting him with different young guys she was running around with. And it was already understood that's what she do, that's what he do. But let's be discreet. We got kids. I'm a brand out here. So don't be out here making me look bad. You feel me? So I think that's why her demise went down like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so OJ goes to jail. No, you know, everybody know about the big case. He was on the run in the Bronco and you know, and on the highway in California, LAPD chasing them and all that. You know, I know Ford Bronco did a lot of good sales that year with Broncos because he made that truck real famous. And whether they got a white truck or not, Bronco made a lot of money. They should have cut OJ a check. You know what I'm saying? Because he made Bronco like, a brand at that point because of his ordeal and what he was going through. So, you know what I'm saying? You know. So anyway, Johnny Cochran and Robert Kardashian, the Kardashian dad was one of the lawyers on his case. He was one of the Dream Team lawyers. that got OJ acquitted. OJ spent $20 million defending himself, his life savings. And so what is it that your freedom is worth? OJ said, my freedom worth every dime that I got, if that's what it's gonna take. So they dragged that case out so them lawyers can bleed him up. You know what I'm saying? And then he get off, because Mark Furman, one of the lead detective dudes, was lying in the reports, and he was tampering with uh, 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 like the crime scene, and I think he collected blood from the crime scene and put it on like a sock of OJ's. It was just crazy, like he went in the house. It was something that he did, far as from what I remember. It was so long ago. They said that they found a sock that's supposed to belong to OJ, and it was blood on the sock, and the sock had blood that this how they knew it was planted. The blood was it wasn't splattered over the sock. It was like somebody put it on there and it bled through one side all the way through on the other side of the sock. So forensics with their expertise said this looked like a setup, meaning this was planted. This wasn't regular blood splatter. This was something that was planted, like somebody had it in a vial and poured it on there. Therefore, the even size of each side, that's the only way that could happen. If somebody had it in some kind of a vial and just put it on the sock, it wasn't splattered everywhere like normal blood will splatter. If you hitting somebody and the blood splattering, and so that murder was never solved, and OJ got away with it. I mean, again, I don't believe he did it, but I believe he know who did it. And but it was interesting. He had a cut on his finger, on his thumb, I think, when they caught him. I think he was in Tahoe somewhere, and when the time of the murder, and they said they cut her so severe, it was like if she stood up, her neck would have fell off. That's how whoever hit her up and they stabbed dude up. They say dude put up a fight. He was a young dude in the gym and all that. And they was like, dude had to be a professional, not no random, But if she was out here getting it in with the young dudes, that could have been another young dude that rolled up and caught her with old boy. But the story was she left her wallet at the restaurant that he was a waiter at, and he was coming over to bring her the wallet. So he got caught up into something. But even though he was still dealing with her, but supposedly he wasn't there for that, So, but okay, OJ got away that first time. But then he get caught up and went to jail because USC took their trophies back. His Heisman Trophy. He was a Heisman Trophy winner when he came out of USC, and they wanted their trophies back. And so somebody stole his memorabilia out of USC after they took him back because they didn't want him representing them with this horrendous action that he committed, which he got acquitted from. So OJ with a dude that he know, you know, they find out where his memorabilia stuff is at that got stolen from USC, the college, if I remember the story right. He rolls up in there. They never said if dude had the gun that he was with or OJ had the gun. But anyway, OJ get 10 years and dude copped the plea and was like, well, I was with the juice, because that's what they call him, the juice, you know. And you know, on the strength of OJ made him go with him and they cut dude the deal, let him go. They locked OJ up. You know what I'm saying? So he went to jail for going back to take his own items that were stolen from USC. And I guess the fact that he went to jail because he went in there with a gun. I don't know if he had the gun or had a gun. They both had guns on old boy and took the stuff back. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy, but we all know they locked him up on the strength that you got away from us. That's why R. Kelly is in jail now. R. Kelly beat the case after they paid the young girl saying, "Oh, that wasn't me, whoopty woo." And for 20 years, R. Kelly still was doing his bullshit. Yeah, so R. Kelly, you know, for 20 years still doing his bullshit with the young girls he dating and, you know, doing what he doing with them, you know. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, I said if they catch R. Kelly again, they're gonna throw him under the jail. That man got 32 years in the feds, and then he got to go to New York and give New York 20 years. That man gonna die in jail unless they uncover something, you know. And then he been sued so much. Any money he make is gonna go to the victims, the numerous individuals that's suing him, like the families or whatever. So it's just crazy how it just went down, you know, how it went down and how he went down. And now they coming out the puff. They saying Jay-Z is next and whoever else. Everybody's secrets that got dark secrets is coming out on this internet, on these platforms. Everybody like the assistants and personal assistants that used to work for these celebs, and they done seen and heard things. You know, people paying a check to know your secrets, and they gonna tell it. You know, because if you wasn't a good boss and you treating your staff like shit, this is their vengeance, you know, and it is what it is, you know. So you future stars coming up, treat your people good, or you gonna get a book wrote on you, or somebody gonna be sitting on somebody platform telling your business. And then your brand gonna be ruined and ain't nobody gonna be messing with you. So you better save your money and and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know, I got a guest in the house. Who is you? All right, they rolled out. Okay. Thank you for showing up, you know. So yeah, but like, share, subscribe, you know. I've been real busy nowadays, so you know, I get in here when I can, and you know, we're gonna make it real jazzy for you. You know what I'm saying? So rest in heaven to OJ Simpson, and you know, you had a great life, and you know, everybody go through ups and downs, and you know, I would just say to everybody right now listening, watch everybody else's mistake and make a mental decision that, hey, I ain't going out like that. And strive every day to be the best that you can be. Nobody's perfect but Jesus, but at the end of the day, you know, the devil always trying to get you hemmed up. So don't allow that to happen. All right. Peace. Streets Finest Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. This your boy Big Dave. I'm out. Get it. Let's get it.